All right.
I just wanted to say, until you blew our eardrums out with the microphone, you're doing a really good job with your first meeting here. No, the question I was concerned about is the lobbies are going to be all brand new, and we've had vandalism issues in the past, and I'm worried about the state that the lobbies will get into with not as many staff looking over them. And a second part to my question is, I think Feeny and I discussed really briefly in the hallway one day about the hallway renovations, if they're ever going to happen, because we seem to have no money to do it with.
Right. Well, let me just say that the front services, you're going to be missing an individual there, yes, but that's only during certain hours of the day anyway, where, you know, it is the heart of the afternoon and so forth. And so you're going to have a doorman and a concierge on duty all the time.
And back where the elevators are, like that elevator vestibule, is there going to be a camera or anything like that?
Security is something that that we're hoping that Cooper Square can actually help us to automate through, and actually they did say that through better use of camera. A lot of new equipment that's available. We can do a lot of the property through surveillance, which is automated surveillance. Now, we shouldn't have, other than a cursory view of a guard or so in the lobbies now, so moving forward we'll have the same. So but however, I do agree with you that even now, Tower 3, as we're getting close to finishing Phase 1, we're starting to see nicks on walls and things of that nature. So the board has taken an action on that to look at, to see what we could do to safeguard the wall, the paneling, and the wallpaper by adding perhaps a very, very decorative chair rail that goes around that. Now, we saw some nifty ones over in the Cooper Square building. If you notice, the decorations in the lobbies have switched from what used to be a gold tone or inference to a silver or nickel plated. We saw some beautiful chair railing in Cooper Square that was half round, similar to what the front desk has on it, that goes all the way around, and it protects the wall from the cards and so forth. We're also very, very concerned about the marble and the lip on the elevator doors. So,
Yeah. Maybe the carts can have some additional rubber.
I mean, more granite. It's granite.
The carts need to have some more protection on them too. The rubber on the carts is insufficient.
Yeah, we are getting new carts, okay? And the carts that we are purchasing do have rubber bumpers on them. But however, that's still not enough. You have those valet things, you have people coming in with shopping carts. Well, what am I telling you? You guys see it the same as me. So,
And what about the hallways and plans to revisit that?
right now, if you looked at that budget,
There's no place to.
there is no, I can't say that we have $5 million to redo hallways. So what we're going to do is actually do due diligence, start a program of preventive maintenance to clean up our area, to actually perhaps even look at the manufacture of the carpeting that we have, being able to buy some of the same carpet, replace some of the carpets that are worn in some areas. As we get into better...
Maybe the carpet tile squares would be.
Yeah, there's a possibility. Yeah, no, please. And so forth. That now, the lady just said painting the ceilings. That's one of the first things that we're going to ask the custodial services, the in-unit services, whichever decides to paint, but to put a person or two in each building, right, to start from bottom and top. And that's all they're going to do until they finish that. We do have enough money for paint, and we do have enough money for brushes and so forth. But many of our hallways, all they need to be done is really painted and clean and maintained with the proper equipment, and they will look. You know, perhaps we need to change a light here and there, but that's what we need to do. Oh, and you know, talking about the floors, we know that the floors that suffer most damages are the floors where the garage entrances are, right? So to say that every floor in the Galaxy is a mess, it's not true, because only those floors where you have heavy traffic, from probably the 16 down to about the 7th or 8th floor, that's where most of the damage is. And if you really look at it, it's near the elevators where we have. So there's a lot that we could do to spruce up our building.
I think I have.
Yes,
Yeah, I would like to congratulate.
there's a lady behind you, so we'll take the lady first.
Thank you, I've been waiting. Well, my name's Elaine Brooks.
Yes.
I don't quite understand what's happening with the replacement of the hallway. You say that we're going to be having people on during special hours?
No, ma'am.
What? We had hallway until now.
Yes.
It's part of the luxury buildings deal.
Yes, okay. There's also an appeal that we need to look at, and that's, do we have the money to be paying these people? We don't have that luxury. So there's got to be reductions. Now, I'm willing to accept that some, I don't want to be sarcastic, but right now we don't have the money to, and that's why we cut those positions out.
So there will be no one to help with groceries or packages?
Well, today, for instance, the doorman brought there was nobody going in and out, and I had a package and he brought it up for me. So that's not to say that, somebody's not going to bring up your package. There's security. If you need help, the concierge is there to help you. And they'll find somebody to help you.
What about on Saturday when it's heavy?
Excuse me. Let me just finish with the lady. Yes, ma'am.
I have another question. When we talk about unit service not being productive,
Yes.
one of the reasons is that we do not have a licensed plumber or a licensed electrician, and half the time when these men come to work and fix things, they don't know what they're doing.
Ma'am, you make my points for me. That's exactly right. They don't have the training, they don't have the tools, and they don't have the management.
Okay. My other point is if you're going to replace use the carpeting that we have instead of replacing it, it's Durkin carpet. I hope that we'll be using that green instead of the gang green that we've gotten in Tower 3.
I agree with you. The carpet that is currently in the buildings, and if you want to look in the high floors or in the low floors, it's been there I guess since Sandy Simon had it installed, and it's excellent quality carpet. And what we're trying to do is trying to see whether we can get the same manufacturer to weave for us the same pattern.
They will do it. I work with them. I was responsible for that carpet.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right.